The big breaking story, former Union Minister P. Chidambaram will go to Delhi's Tihar jail, a CBI court ordering his judicial custody for 2 weeks in a corruption investigation. He will be lodged at jail number 1, cell number 9 until the 19th of September. My colleagues Arvind and Sukirti are with me. Arvind, to you first. Take us through everything that happened in the court today. Give us details. Mr. Chidambaram, some reports are saying, looked a bit tired today. He was offered a chair and he actually accepted it, which he hasn't done in the past. And after that court order, he reportedly said that he's worried about the economy, and that seems to underline or underscore the Congress narrative that this has been political vendetta for speaking out against the economy and perhaps an attempt also to deflect attention, as the Congress says.
Ankita, before speaking what happened at the court today, we have got few information from our sources in the Central Bureau of Investigation what actually happened in the last 15 days of custody when they actually interrogated former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram in INX Media case. Our sources in the Central Bureau of Investigation have given exclusive information to NDTV that in the last 15 days, actually they questioned only for last 12 days. In the last 2 days, actually they did not question him much. In fact, a total around 450 questions they have asked P. Chidambaram, mostly related to FIPB clearances. Also, they have confronted former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram with 5 of accused and also some of the witnesses. Around 5 people were confronted with former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram in this said case. Also, Chidambaram was questioned around 8 hours per day, total around more than 90 hours he has been questioned in the last 12 days. And what we are also hearing is that the agency aims to file charge sheet in this case within 15 days. What they have been given a mandate by the senior officers of the Central Bureau of Investigation is that this team, the Economic Offence Unit, which is probing this case, they should be filing the charge sheet by September 20. So the agency is working and they are likely to file the charge sheet anywhere around September 20 or so. So these are the information what we have got from our sources in the Central Bureau of Investigation. Coming to the point, what happened at the court today? In fact, after the 15 days of custody, P. Chidambaram was produced the special CBI court by the Central Bureau of Investigation. After producing him, Central Bureau of Investigation sought 14 days of judicial custody for P. Chidambaram, saying that their interrogation of P. Chidambaram is over and now he should be sent to judicial custody because he should not be released on bail or so. Once he comes out, as per the agency, that he is a very powerful and influential man. If he comes out at this particular point of time, not going to Tihar jail, not going to judicial custody, then he might try to influence the case, he might try to influence the witnesses and also some of the evidences also. And that's why the agency pressed for judicial custody. While countering these allegations by the Central Bureau of Investigation, senior advocate Kapil Sibal, who appeared for Chidambaram, he argued saying that this police custody to judicial custody should not be automatic, whereas the judge should apply his mind whether he should see whether there is any case for sending P. Chidambaram to judicial custody. But the judge, agreeing with the request of Central Bureau of Investigation, he has sent P. Chidambaram to 14 days of judicial custody. In fact, once the order was announced, P. Chidambaram's team, they raised few requests like he is a judge category security person and so he should be given adequate security in the Tihar jail. So agreeing with the request of Team Chidambaram, judge has ordered that he should be given a separate jail with a cot and also a bathroom, and he should be given medicines and spectacles should also be allowed. So after which Chidambaram has been brought to the judicial lockup, which is actually at the ground floor of the special CBI court, and very shortly from now we could be seeing Chidambaram being taken to Tihar jail. When Chidambaram was walking out of court, we asked him what he wants to say because now he has been sent to Tihar jail. He has been seeing setback from morning from Supreme Court. He said that I'm not worried, I'm worried only about the Indian economy. After which he was taken to the ground floor, from where he would be taken to the Tihar jail. What we are learning from our sources is that Chidambaram would be lodged at jail number 1, cell number 1, ward number 9 at Tihar jail, which is again yet to be confirmed. But our sources have told at this particular point of time they have fixed jail cell number 1 and ward number 9 for P. Chidambaram. Ankita?
All right, that's a lot of information you've packed in over there, Arvind. Let's try and break this up into smaller bits. You're talking about your sources in the CBI telling you about the amount of questioning that has happened. You mentioned 90 hours of questioning in 12 days, but he's been in the CBI's custody for longer.
Yeah, Ankita, he was per se in custody for 14 days plus the day he was arrested. So what our sources are saying that in the last 2 days they did not question Chidambaram because it is because of the Supreme Court order that he was sent to police custody, even though the CBI did not want his custody. So why was he sent to police custody, CBI custody, even though CBI did not want his custody? So this is actually based on the petition that was filed by P. Chidambaram in Supreme Court. In fact, when the Central Bureau of Investigation arrested him on August 21st, P. Chidambaram very soon he moved the Supreme Court challenging the arrest by the Central Bureau of Investigation. He also challenged the police custody, that is CBI custody granted by the special CBI court. That petition was pending before the Supreme Court, and when the matter was again taken up for hearing before the Supreme Court, even though CBI said that their questioning of P. Chidambaram is over, they don't want P. Chidambaram's custody anymore, but Kapil Sibal and Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who appeared for P. Chidambaram, they argued that if Chidambaram is sent to Tihar jail, that is judicial custody, that also means that his CBI custody is over. So their petition challenging the CBI arrest will become infructuous because the matter is pending before the Supreme Court. They have approached the Supreme Court long before, so their petition should not be termed infructuous and he should not be sent to judicial custody. Agreeing with the request, agreeing with the argument of Team Chidambaram, that's why the Supreme Court ordered extension of CBI custody of P. Chidambaram for 2 more days, and that was reflected by the special CBI court also. That's why the Central Bureau of Investigation on last 2 days, they did not question P. Chidambaram. This we have confirmed from 2 of our sources in the Central Bureau of Investigation. Like you said, P. Chidambaram was questioned for around 12 days, more than 90 hours. He was questioned around 8 hours per day, and he was questioned for around 450 questions were asked to him. And what we are hearing is that he answered almost all the questions. Most of these questions relates to FIPB clearances given by P. Chidambaram during that particular time. That is from 2004 to 2008 when he was the finance minister, and also from 2012 to 2014. Another very important particular point what we have got from our sources in the Central Bureau of Investigation is that they also confronted P. Chidambaram with 5 of the persons involved in this case. Out of these 5, some are accused and some are witness in this case also. Ankita?
All right, that's very important, Arvind, what you're telling us there. So there's actually been a face-to-face confrontation with other people as opposed to just showing Mr. Chidambaram documents that relate to this particular case. You are confirming that he has been confronted with others as well.
Yeah, Ankita, we asked this question. In fact, we even asked the names of the 5 people who are confronted with P. Chidambaram during the CBI custody, but the agency officials are not ready to give the names. But our sources, we are confirming that 5 people who are some out of these 5, few are accused in this case and few are witness in this case. These 5 people have been confronted with P. Chidambaram during the CBI custody. In fact, we even asked our sources in the Central Bureau of Investigation that was he cooperating with the investigation, because every time P. Chidambaram was produced before the special CBI court, the agency took a ground saying that he has been non-cooperating with the investigation and that's why they need further custody. But our sources say that most of the questions he actually gave answers, because when the agency sought more custody saying that he is non-cooperating with the investigation, P. Chidambaram learned that unless or until he answers all these questions, CBI will take the same ground every time whenever he is being produced before the special CBI court. And that's why from the first time of the extension, he started answering all the questions. Whenever they asked him, he answered all the questions. Most of the answers were oral. That was duly typed by the stenographer of the CBI, and it was every page of the statement that was recorded by the Central Bureau of Investigation was duly signed by P. Chidambaram. So like I said, around 450 questions were asked to P. Chidambaram in that more than 90 hours of questioning in last 12 days. Ankita?
Right, Arvind, we heard from Karti Chidambaram speaking just a short while earlier. He talked about how both SL Maxis and the INX Media case he claimed were non-cases. He said, we've been through this before. We know what needs to be done at this point. But, you know, what is it that we're hearing at this point about what happens next?
Ankita, Chidambaram or his son, both of them has been taking this ground. What they are saying is that in INX Media case, even Karti Chidambaram is out on bail. It's not that all the accused in INX Media case are behind the bars. At this particular point of time, only P. Chidambaram is behind the bars. In fact, Karti Chidambaram was arrested by the Central Bureau of Investigation in the same INX Media case. But even before he was sent to judicial custody, he was released on bail. And Karti Chidambaram, while speaking to NDTV right outside the special CBI court, he relied on that judgment by the Delhi High Court, Garg judgment, where he said said that even though CBI said all the same allegations against both Karti Chidambaram and also P. Chidambaram, the Delhi High Court actually released him on bail. Also today he also relied on the Aircel Max's anticipatory bail order by Special CBI Court Judge O.P. Saini. Again he said both this judgment, one by Delhi High Court and second one by Special CBI Court, both of them have gone into the same FIPB allegations, and that is Foreign Investment Promotion Board allegation that was during the period of P. Chidambaram as a finance minister. But what he is saying is that these two courts have given a completely different verdict, while other courts have given a different verdict. What he is saying that at the end of the day there is no case against him or his father, and they would fight this case legally. He has also said that this is a politically motivated case and they would emerge victorious when the case actually comes for trial before the courts.